And I recognize is Mr. Fallon from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Governor Welch, would you say that one of the most important things any governor, or quite frankly, any elected official can do is to keep their citizens and constituents safe?
I would, Congressman.
Great, I would agree. And I ask this because when I was reading your bio that you provided, nowhere did you mention the safety and security of Minnesotans or fighting crime or supporting law enforcement or, for that matter, the rule of law. So I want to take you back to 2020. You were the governor of Minnesota. There were summer protests. You referred to them as peaceful demonstrations. In hindsight, would you still stand by that? Were they mostly peaceful?
Congressman, after the murder of George Floyd on the streets, thousands gathered in the streets. Were there those that...
But, Governor, were they mostly peaceful protests?
The vast majority certainly were. Those that weren't...
So why would you have to call out the National Guard for mostly peaceful protests?
They weren't all peaceful protests.
Okay, so they weren't. All right, mostly. So, Governor, the total damage in dollars, what was that in Minnesota for the peaceful protests?
I don't have that in
all right, according to the insurance industry in Minnesota, they put the number between 1 and 2 billion, and your own state Senate put the price tag at 500 million. So if that's a peaceful protest in Minnesota, I shudder to think what a violent one would cost. Governor, I'd like to keep things simple.
Okay. I did not call it that. We had folks who were there, and they're in prison.
Okay, great. I'd like to keep things simple as far as when we talk about federal detainers, and I've talked to several federal law enforcement officials about this. So a detainer is issued when someone's already in custody and confined, jail, prison, court. It's not somebody just plucked off the street randomly, and there's really 3 conditions, and it's and/or probable cause that a foreign national is subject to removal from this country, final deportation order has been issued, or it's a foreign national that's been convicted of a crime and is about to be released. So sanctuary states won't cooperate with federal law enforcement. In Minnesota, do you cooperate sometimes, never, or all the time?
We follow federal law in all 87 counties and all the jurisdictions. Some of them do honor detainer requests.
Some do and some don't.
That's correct.
Okay.
Counties have the ability.
Okay. So, Governor, would you commit here and now, and this is really simple, I think it's commonsensical, to compel state and locals in Minnesota to cooperate with all federal detainers issued by federal law enforcement when it involves a foreign national that's been convicted of a felony? And I'm talking about kidnappers, rapists, child molesters, murderers, predators, parasites, scumbags. In all those instances,
of a felony being held by my state corrections, every time we call.
Every single time you're going to do that.
Every time we
in
call
Minnesota.
them and have them come pick it up. What I would ask you to commit to is, are you going to fund ICE's what they don't pay us on detainers?
Well, listen, on detainers and in ICE, I don't call them the Gestapo. And this is my definition of Gestapo, Governor. Real Nazis from 1933 to 1945 that facilitated and participated in the murder of millions. I don't call federal law enforcement officers Gestapo. You were recently quoted. Where's the apology?
Donald Trump.
Oh, no, Donald Trump didn't. Listen, Donald Trump's not here.
Yeah.
You are, Governor.
Yeah.
You're a big boy. Put your big boy
I would
pants on.
ask, don't wear masks, identify who you are, don't pull up an
Governor, you called them Gestapo. Will you apologize for that?
And don't pull people.
Will you apologize for that?
Congressman, my job, I'm a history teacher.
Okay, so you won't. Okay, we're going to move on. No, Mr. Chairman, I reclaim my time. If you won't answer the question. I think that's hyperbolic demagoguery. I mean, you said that in a speech, maybe you got a little carried away. I don't know if you apologize for that too, that you were, quote, going to kick Republicans' asses. I mean, I didn't say that. You said it. And that's dangerous rhetoric, especially when you use Gestapo. That's lazy too, and it's terribly inaccurate. The fact of the matter is, again, time and again, you've excused violence and you use dangerous, irresponsible rhetoric. And you can choose between being on the side of law enforcement or the side of vicious criminals, and you've chosen the latter time and again. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you want to impress your limousine liberal friends when you're eating wine and cheese, or you're getting your coffee every morning at the hemp store. I don't know, but I think it's ignorant, and I think it's culpable, and I think it's disgusting. And I can see why the American people on November 5th made it a very bad night for you and a very great night for our future. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.